Is Taylor gonna echo the whole time?
Are you echoing, Taylor? He's not echoing for me.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
echoing. Y'all are
yeah,
echoing. You know what? I know what it is. I just need to mute your stream.
Oh, am I still sharing? That's why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
much better.
Michael, say something.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Where are
Hitting that
you?
stride.
I feel like I'm watching some found footage right now.
I'm back in the barracks. I'm back in my room.
In middle
It'll
school.
connect to my Wi-Fi here in a little bit.
What is
Five
your
years.
wait? What does your shirt say?
Connect to my Wi-Fi, piece of shit. It says single soldier fest because so the military has these programs. It's supposed to help with the single soldiers that are like far away from home and family and all that stuff. So it's called the Boss program, and they have a lot of they like to host a lot of events and stuff to like help soldiers get out of the room and all that stuff. Do fun things. Meet new people, all that type of shit. So I was at my last unit. I was a part of the. Hold on.
Can we just ask for a second what the hell you just pulled out of that bag? That looked like two full bottles of
A
liquor.
bottle of sweet tea and a bottle of vodka.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Yeah. Goddamn.
You know what? Screw it. It's Saturday. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought he was gonna stand up with no pants on. I was like, oh, for the recording.
I was like, thanks
Oh,
guys
you know
for
what?
joining the
Screw it. It's
Memeworks podcast.
Saturday. Stands up, starts fucking helicoptering for the video.
Uh,
You know what? Fuck it, boys. It's the weekend. Let's do a meat spin.
Anyways, welcome back to the Memeworks podcast, everyone. How y'all doing? We got a longtime friend slash guest today. His name is Jared Jennings. No, he's not the one from Subway. I know
He is absolutely the one from
he kind of
Subway.
looks like it, but that's okay. We love him anyways. And if he is, where them
He
kids
does
at?
have children. They're upstairs. I don't know what he does to them.
I knew it. You're
Jesus
not a real
fucking
dad. You
Christ.
kidnapped them.
No, the only thing I have in common with that man is I keep it fresh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
You have AIDS?
freshly 16. Anyways, welcome back to the podcast, y'all. We got two guests today. Also, it's been it's literally been a year since I think yesterday since we did our last podcast, so that's wild. So yeah, we got some fun and games. We got some topics, and we're gonna do a tier list later. Hopefully, it depends on how late it gets. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, how's everyone's day been? Let's start with the upper left corner, which is ceiling vent, I guess.
See,
Hey, yo, my
day's
boy,
been alright.
ceiling vent.
POV,
My-
blowing cold air on your face.
No, I wish it was blowing cold air. They haven't fucking turned on the AC for the summer yet. But
It's also blowing.
my day's been all right. I literally woke up a couple hours ago. I haven't really been doing much because it's the weekend. So I just usually on the weekend I like to just not do any fucking thing because I work so fucking much during the week. So I enjoy having opportunities where I can just vegetate.
If
So
you were
yeah,
to
that's
vegetate, what kind of vegetable would you be?
I'd be an asparagus.
no, my man's a Brussels sprout. Look at that
A
hair.
Brussels sprout.
You want to run that by us one more time?
Sounded like you said a Brussels sprout.
My man is a Brussels sprout.
I thought
Look
he
at
said,
that hair.
I thought he said sprosselbraut, but either way, that's a goated vegetable. I don't care what anyone says. You have that with some salmon or some like chicken or bacon. Ooh, foyer. Oh, you got the pure leaf.
It's the only tea that they have here that I like. The other shit is Arizona, and it kind of overrated.
But yeah, I was also gonna ask. I worded this wrong, but I was gonna say How's everyone's April been? Like, I want everyone to name like one really like the best part of your month and then the worst part of your month, and we'll just go from there.
Uh, okay. Who wants to go first then?
I guess still you.
All right. Well, I'd say the best and the worst part of my month is when I had to go to gunnery, which was like a week long field training. But it was both the best and the worst part. The worst part because I'm in the field, bored as shit. But I had a good time though out there with a lot of my friends, and I also bought a new hoodie out there for the range that we were at. It was pretty cool. But yeah,
I'm sorry. Did you? I don't know what you said, but I swear to God, it sounded like you said gonorrhea.
no, I bought a new. So while I was there at the range that we were doing our field at, they had like a little like gift store or whatever, and I bought a hoodie there that says the Rodriguez Live Fire complex. So that's it.
And what is that exactly?
It's an area that's located at another base here in Korea that has a lot of training ranges, like ranges for to fire their weapons, M4 ranges. There's a training complex there where they do a lot of the expert soldier badge train up for people that participate in that. That was actually going on the same time around the same time that I was there for gunnery. So I saw a lot of people there training for that.
Okay. So that was your good and your bad.
Yeah, because I like to feel it, but I also hate it at the same time. One of the good parts about it is that while I was out there, I didn't really have to do much work because I do most of my job back in the rear when we're not in the field. So it was nice to not really have to do shit.
No, I feel that. Oh, also, I this is so rude of me. I forgot to introduce Michael. Hello, everyone. This is Michael, the Mighty Bean. He is in the military. He is in Korea, obviously. And Michael, I want to be real with you. I don't know what much to say about you because I don't know much about you. So if you want to tell the folks at home who you is, I know you're a dear friend.
So
Okay. I don't. If I were to
so
write you
I'll
down
do
on a resume,
quick little like background information. I've been in the military for 4 years now. I enlisted back in 2019. I'm currently on my second contract. It's my first reenlistment. I reenlisted to come here to Korea for a year, and should be going back to the States here in about a month or two, and I'll be stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado from there. But yeah, I met this gaggle of rejects from through my older brother back in the day. I think the first time I actually like met them was when we were playing. What was it? Dark Souls 3.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Old
good old
hot
Dark Souls
diff.
3 days. Yeah, but yeah, that's me. As he said, I'm currently in South Korea. I'm in Camp Greece, and yeah, for what I do in the military, I'm a mechanic. I'm a 91 Sierra, which is a striker mechanic. So I work on strikers. If you want to know what that is, you could just literally Google it and
You work
it'll
on what?
find information.
I think you kind of cut out when you said that.
I work on strikers.
And that is like what? Like some kind of like infantry vehicle or something?
Well, for that type of vehicle, there's like multiple variations for it of it. There is one called the ICV, which is the infantry carrier version of it, the infantry carrier vehicle. But there's other variants of the striker, like the ones that I work on primarily here and are the Seaburn strikers. That's for chemical, nuclear, biological, and radiological strikers. They are designed to
Hey,
go into contaminated areas and all that stuff and take samples and do reconnaissance.
I remember those things. I put a C4 on them in Battlefield and blew it up. That's the only thing.
My
I know.
man is a real world helldiver repairman.
Yeah,
Bring the
honestly, the way
samples.
the way you describe it though sounds way cooler than I actually thought it was. That sounds like you, I don't know. That sounds intense.
Well, I mean, it can be. There's like 12 variations of the striker. My last unit, I worked on multiple variants compared to here because here I'm in a chemical unit and I only work on the Seaburn strikers because that's the only strikers they have here. But in my last unit, I was in a combat engineering squadron and we had like 27 strikers for the whole squadron and there were there were different variants and all that stuff, variations. There was the ESVV, which is the engineering squad vehicle. There's the ICV, which I said, the CCV, which is the commander crew vehicle, the MEV, which is the medical evacuation vehicle, and I think that's pretty much it for what I worked on back in my last unit. Yeah, I was in a cavalry unit. But funny enough, I have my well, maybe I could show this to y'all if I can get this shit to work on my phone.
He just pulls his pants down, just a flaccid wiener.
No, no. So I have my little wall of memorabilia. So this is the Stetson that I had for my last unit. Those are my silver spurs that I earned.
Hey,
That was
just another version of your head.
I didn't hear you.
That's okay.
But I'm
keep
sure
going.
it was something clever.
That's okay. Keep going.
That was a going away plaque that my old squad members gave me when I left, and then here are my coins and stuff that I've earned so far. And that's a painting that my girlfriend made me and mailed me.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Man,
yeah, it's
getting
awesome.
this
She
stuff from the
paints-
battle pass.
Literally. Do you get a Honda
Yeah.
Accord after you get out of the infantry, out of the military?
No,
no,
you just
that's
get
Elden Ring.
you just get alcoholism and depression.
Hoorah! All right. Well, thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
All righty. We're gonna let Taylor go next.
I don't got nothing, dude. I haven't been doing much this month.
Do you know what a podcast is?
You just talk, bro.
Best moment is probably starting to work on my comic again. For the
Hell
first time
yeah.
in years.
Yeah, dude, you haven't talked about that shit since you were a teenager.
Mostly because I'm finally storyboarding it again.
Nice.
First time I've heard about your comic. What's your comic about?
It is a romance.
By being picked up
Care
from
to capitalize on
a
that?
sub sandwich maker in a middle school.
I don't want to talk too much about it. Because I will end up spoiling in the process. Because I have like 6 or 7 times before.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can give us a
Fair
tidbit
enough.
because I get about 12 viewers an episode, so you're good.
It's about a girl who has constant auditory hallucinations.
So Melanie.
This happened before my wife was diagnosed, by the way, so that just is a happy coincidence.
Happy coincidence, he says.
Very.
She got diagnosed and he was like, "Oh, babe, main character syndrome much?"
No.
Also, Jared, are you smoking a blunt?
Nah, I'm smoking an Al Capone.
Classic.
The voices she hears tends to be people that she can't see anymore, whether like they've left or they passed away.
I got a serious question, not to interject, but like, do you think people who are schizophrenic see people that don't exist, or they're like a medium and they see spirits?
I don't believe in mediums. So
And that's fair because everyone I've seen on a TV show seems like a fraud, but I have met people
Christianity
who think
does not allow for mediums.
and this goes for everybody. Like, if anyone has like want to chime in on that.
So I also don't believe in mediums. I think that mediums typically are one of two things. Either knowingly they're being fraudulent and they're using that I can't remember the name for it, but it's a thing in psychology where you keep it just vague enough
It's
that
positive information.
yeah, more or less. But you keep it just vague enough that someone is going to find something to relate to in what you're saying, and then you run with that. They're the ones that are doing it on purpose. They're like your TV mediums, shit like that. And then I think there are others that are open enough, like spiritually and mentally, to the idea and the concept that they are literally fooling themselves into falling for that same line of psychology.
Man, I wish we had a fucking astrology girl in here right now. This would be a fucking fantastic podcast.
She'd be livid.
Yeah.
No, but like,
Medium-
because actually, we have on the podcast before. We never got like delved into like it like this, but like you got the tarot card readers, like at the Renaissance Fair, or the people who do it on Facebook, and then you got the people who study astrology and they say this is who you are, this is what is meant to be for you, all that stuff. And then like what Jared was saying, it's like yeah, this is also like they have made this make believe world in their brain to such an extent that they think it's true. And I'm not gonna say it's not. I don't know. I'm not God. I don't make these rules, but
I got a story. If that's okay.
Yeah. First story of the night.
All right. So I've had my tarot read twice. Okay. And the second time was when I realized that it might just be a crock of shit. All right.
okay.
And I'll tell you why. So she was reading my tarot cards for me, and we came to one where she read it, and we were both just kind of like, I don't think so. That doesn't really sound accurate at all. And she said something to me that just completely threw me for a loop, and I wasn't expecting it. And it confirmed immediately that this was all bullshit. She was like, hey, you know what? I don't really like this one. I'm just going to draw another one. And I'm like, you can do that? You can do that? You can just like, oh, you know what? This one's not accurate. Let's draw till we get an answer
right
we
back.
like. All right.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was especially funny.
Or go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So what did she like? So just keep going.
I'll go into more detail so it makes it even funnier. So the first time I had my tarot cards read, I think I've told you guys this story before, but anyways, it was really bizarre because it was like a really good one, right? Like it was super close to home. And now, hindsight being 2020, all that good shit, I think I know a little bit better what was actually happening, why it was so close to home. So the first girl that read my tarot cards, totally different girl. We were sitting in her car after going on a date, and she was reading the tarot cards to me, and she drew like 10 cards, and it was supposed to be like a really in-depth reading to like read a little bit about my past, what's going on in my present, and what I could possibly expect in the future. Like, like a really good one. And it was that one that I think I told you guys about where like it was super spooky because it was like telling me that I had people in my inner circle that were like working against me that I needed to get rid of, and I needed to seek legal counsel, and that my life was in the process of being destroyed and rebuilt. You remember that? This was all right around the time that I was starting to go into the divorce.
Yeah.
So, yeah, naturally, with the divorce looming over my head and that whole thing, I was like, wow, that's a spooky reading. Oh, Ghosts is listening.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, I got spooked. I got super spooked. Hindsight being 2020, this is a girl who was interested in dating me, who already knew quite a bit about me, and was sitting there looking at her little tarot notebook and like peeking over to read what each card meant, and it was like, she's probably just kind of filling in the gaps where she needed to with what made a little bit more sense and fit closer to home.
I just want to stop you for a second because this, you know how women are like, men are so manipulative, they'll like say what they want and can do to like get your attention. I feel like this is the same equivalent to that. They're just being fucking manipulative. Like, I know about this guy, and Well,
It's kind of weird.
it's like in the
but
same vein. It's like the female version of being like, I'm gonna say whatever I can to like rizz you up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I won't say neither here nor there, but
I was gonna say either that or to make money.
I'm not gonna lean neither here nor there to whether it was being manipulative. I think, if anything, it was probably just to, make it a more fun experience. But, tis what it is.
I mean, that's fair too. It's just.
But yeah, super goofy. And then that second reading was like, the second reading was so weird. It was like, it told me that that I need to be careful not to be greedy, which I was like, not be greedy about what am I being greedy about? I'm confused. And that I need a good mentor, that I have learned as much as I can on my own and I need to seek out a mentor. And I was just like, what?
You're like,
what?
Is that you and do I have to pay you?
Right. Yeah, so I can't remember specifically which card was just so completely off the wall and nonsensical that she just decided to redraw on. But she redrew on one of them, and I was just like, oh, you can do that? And she's like, yeah, it's all in the cards. Like, she started to sound like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, no, you just gotta trust in the heart of the cards, man.
Bro, astrology is literally just cosmic blackjack. It's like, oh, look what you got. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? Are you gonna win $300? Who knows?
My study class was Piscus, so I get an extra redraw on my next turn.
Is that a Cali?
Dude,
you want to be?
Astrology is just racism for girls.
Oh man, we're our entire female audience is
Michael,
they're not.
Mighty
How many viewers do you say you get?
12.
11.
So all 12 of them are gone.
Oh, you think it's 100% female? I was gonna say all 2.
Honestly, I don't know, but I know like
No,
at least
dude,
4 of them are.
It's half of a person this view.
That's funny though. But wait, hold on. This is the real question. Did you smash?
Yeah, did you smash? Did you smash? The winning question.
Because if this all happened and you didn't, that was a waste of your time.
I mean, a gentleman never kisses and tells.
So what he's saying is he didn't. All right.
He pisses and yells.
Bald?
He pisses and yells. Bald. Jesus.
All right, you're gonna get your first reveal.
Oh, dip.
See you guys for some reason. I think it's on my end though.
Hey, yo, check it out. He got gay Garfield.
I love pussy. No, but she ate some food today so fast that she threw up. I was like, oh.
Dude, same.
Instead of lasagna, it's Alfredo.
Look how fat this bitch is. That's Lizzo. I know you don't like this. You're gaming.
She cried out. She cried out for help. Oh, she about to smack your ass.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen, but
She said, "Call me Lizzo again, bitch."
Now it's fixed. For some reason, I couldn't fucking see any of y'all, so I was just staring at your guys' fucking profile pic.
Nice.
Yeah.
all good.
I think the reason why people are like so like convinced about like astrology having such a huge effect on your life is because how people were back then. They didn't really know much about the world, and then whenever they looked up in the sky and they saw some little fucking cosmic event happen, and it coincided with the bad event, they're like, oh no, it's the gods. It's like I don't know. Well, that kind of reminds me of. Have you guys ever watched the show The Orville with Seth MacFarlane in it? So it's kind of like Star Trek in a way, right? But in one of the episodes I was watching, they found this planet of civilized people, and they went to visit, and they saw that they had this thing to where they believed that this portion of their population was born under a certain star, like whenever like a month, they would basically kill them all, and they were like, "What the hell?" They're like, "Oh, he was born underneath this star. He's a belligerent and violent person. He must be killed."
I personally feel like people will believe in what they want to believe in because nobody knows what happens after death. So they're going to make their own reality of it, which I agree with that. That's fine. I mean, do what you want to do.
That is exactly what I was going to say. Nobody knows what happens after death, and everybody's searching for an answer. And so people just run with the one that makes the most sense to them.
And I feel like, for me personally, I feel like you would live a more happier life not trying to find that answer and just letting death happen and then figuring out from there. Because if you set an expectation, it's, well, first of all, I don't know if it's going to let you down or not, because you just might consume into mist and never have any thought ever again. Or you could be right or you could be wrong. If you're right, cool, you fucking won, like I said, blackjack.
You fucking won blackjack.
Yeah, you got it to the best. If you don't, it's going to be really bad. But with anything in life, I feel like you got to be kind of neutral sometimes. Like, hey, I'm going to accept things for how they are, and whether I like it or not, then this is the consequences, and or the praises, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. What's up, Lizzo? Okay. Anyways, I think it's my turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for my month of April, highs and lows.
I can think of a few. This is gonna be a fucking hilarious story because I can only think of one
should I
low.
let y'all go? I mean, I know the lows. That one's obvious, but what are the highs?
I can think of the highlight of the low. I don't know about no highs, but I know the high. Well, actually, I do know of a high.
That's my lowest of lows that none of y'all think I have ever happy.
You got Lizzo. Didn't that happen in this month?
It was close. I think it's been like a month and a half.
Damn, that's been a while.
I mean, if I were to calculate it, yeah, that would definitely be my high for sure.
Right on, right on.
My low, getting kicked down the stairs by my brother, a white man
Dude,
who
that was
called
it.
me the N-word. I don't
Yo,
even know
can
how
we
to
see the
start this.
stairs from your camera? Can you give us a reenactment?
All right, so there I was, right? I was standing on my stairs saying, "I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna find your phone." He's like, "Oh yeah, well I don't want you to go down there. Or I want you to go down there because your cat fucking bit me the last time I touched her." It's like, "Oh yeah, well she probably had a good reason." And he was like, "Oh yeah, well fuck you too," and etc. etc. Blood was yapping. I don't know. And I was like, "This is why we don't ever fucking talk to you, because you're fucking abusive and mean." And he said, "What's that, neighbor?" Kicks me down the stairs. I take 27 fall damage. That shit sucked. It still hurts. It's better, but it still hurts. And then
Man said neighbor.
I'm not saying the word.
Yeah, no, don't say it. I'm just
It's
got
just
me.
crazy coming from a white man who's 40 years old. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. You listen to ICP. You're not fucking black. Okay. Anyway.
Yuck.
He goes back upstairs and he kidnaps his. I don't even want to do in parentheses. No, he literally kidnapped his son and said, "We're going home." I called the cops. The cops found him, and then the cops said, "Yeah, I was told that or that me, Austin, punched him in the face and broke his glasses when I never touched him." And he said he felt threatened. I'm like, bro, this dude is like almost twice my size, a crackhead, and he's literally fueled off alcohol right now. Are you gonna believe him? But
I feel like Austin couldn't break a marshmallow. Trust me, I've met him.
dude, I had somebody in jail tell me once that they would never want to fight me because the people who don't know how to fight are the scariest. Because it's all like an adrenaline rush, which is fair. Because like if you're fighting people like constantly, you're probably gonna be like, okay, you might be decent, but the reason I didn't get in pain at first is because I think it was adrenaline. Because I was like, I told the cops like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I feel great, and then like a day later, I'm like, oh, my fucking chest hurts. I'm eepy.
Yeah, I think one of the worst pains I've ever felt, like that I didn't feel in the moment, like I didn't feel in the moment because adrenaline is one time when I got in a car wreck and fucking don't know how I survived it. This was when I was in North Carolina for something, and I fucking demolished this car that I was driving in because I hit a fucking tundra. And in the moment, I felt no pain and everything. Like I felt fine. The fucking EMT people came, checked me out, all that stuff, and then I walked away basically with like no scratches or anything. But bro, the next day, my whole body was just fucking sore as all hell, dude. I thought like I was about to die because of the pain. I think it was because in the moment the adrenaline kicked in and I didn't really feel anything, but towards the end, I think my body like just finally reacted to the whiplash and the shock of the impact.
Yeah.
Damn.
Adrenaline is fucking crazy, like for real.
I don't think I've ever heard that story. That's wild.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever told you. Yeah, this is when I was I can't remember what I was doing in North Carolina, but I was on leave one day and I was out there and I was driving and I made the mistake of running a stop sign. That you'd never do that. I ran a stop sign and fucking flipped the ass end of a Tacoma, fucking through straight demolished the front side of the car. I went off the road after hitting the Tacoma and I ran into a tree. I clipped a tree of this house. And it was a very weird coincidence because when this happened, that tree of the house that I clipped, there was a realtor there showing it off to a new couple that were trying to buy the house. And then here they see they literally witnessed me fucking almost die in a wreck. And they're like, "Oh God, are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." And I looked at the realtor and I looked at the tree because it was part of the property. And I was like, "Am I gonna have to pay for the damages to that tree?" She was like, "No."
Fucking real estate agent's like, oh yeah, this is a great neighborhood, super safe, great place to raise your kids. Fucking car just comes rolling through the yard. Michael stumbles out. Who the fuck put this tree here? You want me to pay for that? Fucking A.
Not because
This is why the housing market is
it was
fucked.
Did that Tacoma put you in
no
a
because I didn't want them to fucking charge me for that because it's part of the property. I don't want them to charge me for property damages.
Oh, they definitely could have. I get your point. It's just fucking funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
Whew.
What are you
Damn.
staring at? Are you seeing a ghost? You were sitting like here like,
Who, me?
yes.
No, I'm playing Uno right now.
That is the most heterosexual thing I've ever heard.
Well, I mean,
Halfway through the podcast, this motherfucker's gonna say Yahtzee.
Yippee! Okay,
this
well,
motherfucker skips me.
I think we got to break into the questions for Jared because I wrote down a couple questions for you, and I feel like if we don't stop yapping now, we're never gonna get finished with this. But
Word.
I'm glad you're still alive, but don't ever buy a house in that area. They won't allow it.
The agent's gonna remember you.
The numbers.
Well,
What do they mean?
See, the fucked up part about it, I think, was that like she was so nice to me, and I felt like such a piece of shit. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Dude, you just got in a car accident. What do you mean?
It's like, can you not do this? You're doing the most right now.
Dude, you stumble out of your destroyed car, and she walks up. Did you have to do that?
She looked up, bro.
Oh my god, you're being so inconsiderate right now.
So rude right now. I cannot believe you would put on a show like that as soon as I bring these people here.
You know what's crazy too is like the tundra that I hit had no damage, barely any
This
damage.
man's playing Kirby Air Ride in real life. Anyways, All right, Gerardo. I don't even want to say the last name I make for you because it also sounds sus. But anyway, what? Ugh, that question sucks. I was gonna say what is your profession, but I guess everybody doesn't know. So, what is your profession? What do you do?
Let's see. Almost messed up. I had myself muted there. Um, so I am a business operations analyst. I can't get into too much detail because of NDAs, but more or less what I do is I monitor issues with network towers, and I ensure that if there is an issue with a network tower, I get all the details for what's happening, and I make sure that the required fix teams are aware, and I kind of have to balance between documenting the issues, making sure that they're reported on, and then also keeping all of the involved groups kind of together and organized and resolving the problem. So it's kind of like a weird, like, I kind of have to play the role of project manager in a very, like, rapid fire kind of pop up scenario where just randomly anything could happen, and I have to assess the situation and just sort of become a project manager very quickly and get the issue resolved and documented and make our VPs informed of it. In a nutshell.
I'm crazy
Does
that
it
you're
pay
not a
well?
public speaker because I swear to God, every time we talk, you never stutter. You always know what to say, and you put like finesse into it, so to speak.
Thanks. It comes from anxiety.
Pull your fucking pants down right now.
Whip
No, but like
it out, boy. It's time for a puffin.
but in all reality, no, that's cool as hell because I understood maybe 11% of that, which means you're smart and I'm not. But yeah, that's
Dog means that I've been around people that build shit up way too much.
and my cat is now.
I mean, I could go. I wish I could go into more detail about what I do, but there's a thing called OPSEC that I can't really discuss too much about
Yeah.
what I do. I mean, all because of operational security, and also I have for my MOS that I do in the military, I have to have a secret clearance to be able to even like work on the vehicles that I work on.
Well, that's okay, Michael. We can ask those questions. Well, the ones you can answer next time because.
Hmm.
Oh my God, it's
Yep.
eliminating.
Like I said, NDAs, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, gotta love them. For instance, funny enough, about speaking of NDAs, my bad, tangent. There was this soldier that recently got arrested because he was selling I guess government secrets. He was selling government secrets for like 20 grand, and they caught his ass,
Jesus
and he was
Christ.
arrested.
I know who killed Joe Byron. He's like, well, he's still alive.
I know where they keep John Halo.
All right, so the next question after you, Jared, is what is the most
Influential.
let me restart my console. What is the most influential moment of your life?
Ooh,
Balding.
damn. That's a good one. All right.
His hair is longer than yours, Taylor.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, no, it
Nah, it's
definitely
not
is.
the same length. It goes down to like the center of your back, right?
It goes down to like right now it's touching my lap, dude. Like it's sitting in my lap.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
it's a little bit longer than mine.
Most influential moment of my life. Well, Austin, it was seconds before I beat the shit out of Taylor. No, I'm kidding.
I thought you were gonna say to beat the shit out of my meat for the first time ever.
No, okay, all right. Let's see.
I was jorking my peanuts. Go ahead.
I got a good one. I'm gonna go with the lighthearted one. I'm gonna go with the lighthearted one. So, when I was a kid, I used to spend a shit ton of time with my grandpa because I didn't know this at the time, but me being the only male born into my family in like two generations that had even slightly any idea of how to act like a normal, decent human being. He, from a very young age, was trying to, I guess you could say he was trying to guide me into becoming his apprentice and taking over his business, because he owned his own business. He owned his own truck repair company where he would do all of the repairs for multiple, like 18 wheelers, like, like large freight trucks, whatever you want to call that. And he owned multiple trucks that would also haul for him, and he would make upwards of like 500 grand a year profit. It was wild how much money he made. And he started all that shit by himself when he was younger. And I never realized that he wanted me to take that over. And to be honest with you, I was never very interested in it because I wasn't super interested in, like, physical mechanics. I was interested in computers and things of that nature. But despite that, he still enjoyed spending time with me because I was the only male born in our family for like 2 generations with my head on my shoulders. And I remember one time when I was like 10, maybe 11 or 12, I was hanging out with him at his garage where he would do all the work on the trucks. And I was just kind of like helping him do the work while we would just shoot the shit and talk and just laugh. That's pretty much all we did, was just fucking laugh and goof off all day. But he would show me things, and I didn't realize it at the time, but he was trying to teach me stuff while making it fun. And I don't know how the conversation came about or how we got on the topic, but we were talking about the future and like what I would want to do maybe one day and like what I wanted to do with my life and just in general, just like what it was gonna be like to be an adult. And I remember him telling me that whatever I want, all I have to do is just want it bad enough and I can have it. That I could have anything in this world if I wanted it bad enough. Because if I want it bad enough, I'll work for it, I'll put in the effort, and I'll find a way to make it happen. And that stuck with me like really, really hard because it's true. Like, if you want something bad enough, like if you really want something bad enough, you can get it. You just have to want it bad enough to make yourself get it. You know what I mean?
What if you... We're going to get a little emotional here, but like, what if you don't know how to have that emotion to want something bad enough? Because that's something I struggle with. Like, I like things, but it doesn't influence me enough to want to like put my entire all into it. I look at it, I get scared, I'm like, I just want to sleep.
Well, what I could say about that is that certain things, no matter if they're scary, you still have to try it. You know what I mean? Because like, how would you ever expect to actually like achieve what you want without having the courage to even start? You know what I mean? You can't reach the finish line if you can't make the first step. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is making the first step. But once you get past that, then you can just continue to, keep the ball rolling, keep going until you eventually get what you want.
I mean, yeah, I can't argue with that.
So for me, it's a balancing game. The way that it's always worked for me, I have to weigh things in my mind. I have to think about this versus that. So a big thing for me, especially when it comes to what you just specifically asked, like trying to motivate myself or make myself want something bad enough, it starts with just the simple thought of like, it'd be kind of cool to do this or be that or, have this particular lifestyle, right? It starts by thinking it'd be nice to have that. And then I follow that by saying, okay, well, what about if I don't? Like, what would be better? Would I rather put in the effort it's going to take to have that thing? Or would I be happier if I didn't? And I think about, okay, this versus that. And a good example of that is like how I want to start my own business and everything with where I went to college and got that degree. it ultimately boils down to simply, would I be happier if I put in the work and had a really, really hard time getting there? Because it's going to be hard one way or the other. But eventually I will get there. Versus letting all that go and then one day being old and knowing that I don't have enough time left in my life to make it happen. And then having to, like, live the few years left of my life knowing that I just wasted that time and let it go. And that thought scares the shit out of me. Is knowing that I have time right now to make what I want happen. And I could do it. But there's a potential that I could also waste that. And that motivates me. That motivates me a lot because that's a fucking scary thought to me. Is running out of time to have what I want. That's fucking scary.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I could not have said it better myself. That's a beautiful way to put it. Very poetic.
I want you, Jared.
How bad?
Yeah,
You gotta want it bad enough. Yeah, you gonna put in the work?
You don't want it bad enough, boy.
Gotta want it bad enough to make it happen, Taylor. You gonna make it happen?
Y'all are making my ADHD brain go into all these other questions I want to ask, but we've already been at this for like an hour?
We should do the tier list.
Has it been an hour? You're crazy. It has
I
not.
think it's been over an hour.
Nah, there ain't no fucking way.
I had a couple more questions for Jared, but let me see if I can narrow it down.
Hit me with the cream of the crop. What's the best one you got?
I'm gonna like choke my own chicken here, but they're all pretty good. But I will try to pick the best of the best. Okay, I got one. I'm gonna start you with like probably a very short one, and then I'm gonna go to one more, and that should probably be enough. Have you ever wanted to try comedy? And this is something I personally have ever wondered because I feel like you could be good at it.
Yeah, me and Austin have talked about this a bunch. You're just naturally stupid funny. You'd be really good at it.
Oh Jesus. Yes,
So hard,
100%. 100%. I have definitely thought about it and have wanted to. I've even kind of like, I don't want to say like daydream, but have you ever like kind of like acted out scenarios when you're by yourself?
Yes.
I've 100% acted out that scenario. It's not something that I like really want, but it's something that I've always thought that I would kind of enjoy, if that makes sense.
Oh no, absolutely. And that's the reason I asked, because literally every time we're in a party together, I'm basically practicing like improvisation. And I recently started like I signed up for a class that's going to be in June because I really like comedy. I don't know if I wanted to stand up, but I feel like it's just so fun being funny, man, making people laugh and shit like that, and it's such a good feeling. So is that the reason?
Absolutely agree.
Is that the reason you want to do it, or is there like a deeper reason?
For me, the reason I like to try to be funny, the reason I like to make people laugh is because it's just sort of become part of my identity. Even when I was a kid, I just kind of picked up early on that every person has something that they are somewhat decent at. You know, the thing that is their spark, the thing that draws other people to them. And for me, it was being funny. That was the thing that I was just naturally kind of leaned into. And so it's sort of where I feel comfortable, if that makes sense. Like if I'm actually, you know what? This is a fantastic way of really explaining it. The opposite of like that, in situations where it's not appropriate for me to try to be funny, like when I'm in a meeting at work, I am very uncomfortable and I feel completely like fish out of the water, like terrible. And it actually messes with my self-esteem and my ability to be calm and like normal. It makes me noticeably more
It makes you
anxious.
It's like you want to say this thing, but like with all societal norms, you're like, oh, should I do this? Is this gonna get me in trouble with my job and stuff like that? And it feels like you're like tearing a part of yourself away because you can't be that part of yourself.
Exactly.
I fucking hate that, man. I hate it so much.
It kills me. It genuinely kills me. So much so that I've kind of, like, with my job currently, since I don't plan on staying here forever anyways, and as you know, I'm burning the bridges as fast as I can. I kind of have taken a bit of a rebellious approach lately where I don't give a damn and I'm just being funny anyways.
I don't mean to change the conversation, but I swear to God, Michael, I just saw you pick your nose. If you put that in your mouth,
No,
you're
I
going,
scratched my
you're
nose right
going on
here.
YouTube with
I scratched my nose right here on this
No,
bed.
you
I didn't
didn't.
put
I
my finger
watched
in my
all
mouth.
of it.
You
Alright, man,
famous.
you're blind. You're blind.
Balding.
Dick
Bald.
reveal right now.
Dick reveal right now.
Hey, is your dick
If
bald?
you're a true trooper,
Bald?
show us
Is
your
it-
cock.
Jesus. And the female audience is back.
Male pattern talk baldness?
What is up with you and being bald?
I don't
I'm gonna chop your fucking
You know,
hair
you're gonna
off, and then
speak,
you'll be like,
Taylor, you're gonna speak that shit into existence. You're gonna wake up one day and you're just gonna be bald.
and exactly, and we're
You
gonna
know
make jokes about it. You'll be like, guys,
I'm gonna
guys, stop. Can you guys like, shut up about this, please?
bald.
God would not like that if you were mean to
No,
me.
you just gotta, no, we're just gonna have to hit him with like that fucking SpongeBob fucking meme. It was like, bald, bald, my eyes, my.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Autism Podcast. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
All right.
Let's go.
I had one more question for you, and then we can try the tier list. But if it's
I would
too
like
long-
to do the tier list. That would be fun.
Well,
Yeah.
this is actually the most important question I wanted to ask you. So, excuse me. So what have you learned about being a parent? Has any of that changed who you are as a person, and has being a dad changed your perspective on life?
Damn, that's a really good question, man. Look at you, fucking philosopher up in here. Alright, so here's the thing that, and this is gonna sound so corny and cheesy, because some version of this has been reiterated by every other parent throughout the history of the universe, I swear. Like, I think back to the number of times that I've heard this exact same thing from other parents, and it's baffling. Like, it's staggering how many times. But it didn't make sense to me because I wasn't there. I wasn't in their shoes, so I didn't really take it to heart or really understand the meaning of it.
You weren't. So what you're saying is you weren't a dad yet.
Exactly, yeah. It didn't resonate with me yet. I didn't really take the meaning of it. And it's hard to, and I'll explain why it's hard to once I've given context. But here's the thing. When you're a parent, there is a life lesson that you will have to learn to accept, and it will never stick. You have to kind of relearn it constantly. But it's that you will never be perfect. You can only ever try to be the best that you can be. And
Absolutely.
when I was younger, this is where this kind of becomes the weird, like ironic, like profound, like everything circles back. When I was younger, I remember going through a phase of really resenting my parents for the things that they fucked up. Because they fucked up a lot of things, a lot of times. Many of which were just kind of like inexcusable, and a lot of which that I held a grudge against them for were honestly not that big a deal, and I was just a shitty, young teen, young adult. It happens. And now that I'm a parent, and I have absolutely fucked up several times as a parent, as have, like, my kid's mom, she's fucked up, as has every person ever. And the thing that is so weird about it is, like, as the parent, you learn this sort of self-acceptance that you have to constantly relearn, where you kind of have to give yourself a little bit of grace and know that you're never going to be perfect, that you will have some days that are really close to perfect, where everything kind of like plays its part and everything lines up just the way it needs to, and things go great. And then there are other days where things don't work at all, and you're going to try your damnedest to be the best parent that you can, and that's just going to have to be good enough, because it's all you can do. And that kind of like taking a back seat when I have downtime and I'm not like in the fire trying to take care of everything and be the best dad I can, and I have this moment of like peace where I can take a back seat and sort of like look at everything through the looking glass, outside looking in, whatever you want to call that. it dawned on me that, like, this is really interesting, that this is the exact same thing that I'm sure my parents went through and every other parent ever has gone through. And you just kind of have to accept that there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to have shit happen that you just can't prevent, and you're going to try and stop it. Obviously, every parent does, and you're never going to stop trying to make bad shit not happen. But it does. And all you can ever do is just try to give your kids the best possible chance that they can have at avoiding as much bad shit as they can and making the best of it when it does happen.
And I think what you just said right there was beautiful, but I also think that is also something that a good parent would say, because if you ask my parents that stuff, you wouldn't get a similar response at all.
That's fair.
But
That's fair. Hey, if I asked my parents some of that, or if I said some of that to my parents, I feel like I would get one of two things: a condemning, condescending, "Hell yeah, that's right, we did our best," or the alternative to that would be possibly a version of, "Well, it's funny you think that now."
No, that's why I think you are a good parent, Jared. Because some of my dad's last words were something relating to that.
Damn, that's creepy. What were his? What are you referring to? What was it that he said?
So he wasn't able to physically speak in his last couple days, but some of the things he said was, "I know over the past 2 years since I've been sick, I haven't exactly been the best dad. And I know that when you were younger, I wasn't that good either." But he told me all the things he wanted to see me do, and all the things he wanted me to grow to see. And the last words of the note were, I'm proud of you." And those were literally his last words to me and my brother. Were, I'm proud of you."
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why getting away from that, because I don't want to delve into that, because you're the guest here this time. I've been here before.
No, I mean it's okay. Like I said, this is what podcasts are about. It's about conversation.
I've always admired you as a parent, especially with all you're going through right now. I can see that you're really trying through everything that's going on. You're a good father.
Thanks, man. I really try to be.
And I agree. And I say that from a...
That's honestly all you need, though, is to try. Because if you try, odds are your kids are going to like you. Kids actually have an unshakable bond with their parents, as long as their parents at least try.
That is, yeah, I will give you that. When effort is clear and obvious, that definitely helps.
Can't relate, but that's our podcast for another day.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I don't mind sharing it.
No, you're good, man. It's just the way you say it. It's like...
So all those who are listening,
there's a reason I'm so funny. You think if I had healthy parents, I'd be fucking hilarious? Hell no.
Where do you think all this humor comes from? Gotta cope somehow, baby.
Exactly. But like I said, that's a conversation for another day, which I think would be a good podcast conversation, just talking about
Hell yeah.
parents in general.
Trauma stream.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Alright,
go.
are y'all ready for this fucking tier list?
Yeah, let's get the tier list going, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We are not going to finish this.
Okay, so wait, what's the tier list anyway? This is the first time I'm hearing
It's
about it.
how many men slept with your mom without you knowing.
Oh yeah, so shit, I don't think I can count not that high.
It's gonna be an easy tier list then. All jokes aside, it's we are ranking Dark Souls and Soulsborne characters by... I said most fuckable, but it's not most fuckable. I mean, that's part of it, but it's how much would they be a good partner to you? How good would they be in bed? Overall, would you date this person? Type of deal.
We about to do a fuck, marry, kill on the Souls characters.
Pretty much.
Jesus
It's gonna
Christ.
suck for me because I barely like remember half the fucking characters.
I
And
was gonna say, do you have like a list? Oh,
Yes, I
He
man's got
does
a
have a
stream.
list.
I gotta. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out how to change the screen.
Man's put in the work.
I know I did not
Let's
make this.
go.
I'm not taking credit.
You still went and researched it though. That's putting in the work.
I typed in Dark Souls character tier list, Taylor. It was not that
That's
hard.
still more than you usually do.
Okay. How the fuck do I? How do I do this? All right, capture, display. I think if I just share my screen, it should work. Okay. All right. So a lot of these characters I don't even fucking remember because there's a fucking lot of them. Like I said, we're probably not gonna do all of them.
We can probably get a lot of these out of the way real quick.
Well, the first one is Mensis. Grant us eyes.
Oh God.
This is why I
All
do
right.
this because it's really gonna make you think.
So you're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to kind of give us a little bit of backstory on some of the the Bloodborne characters, because I did not play Bloodborne all the way through, nor did I play very much of it, to be honest with you.
So this guy right here with the cage on his head,
Mm-hmm.
he was the worst gimmick box in the entire series, not just Bloodborne. He literally runs around like, hee hee, you're not gonna catch me. And then he does like a spell that one-shots you. Basically, he's a piece of shit. So I kind of just want to put him here. I know Taylor probably would agree with me.
F tier. F.
If he's a tease, that puts him in a bit of a higher tier.
I don't know how to
No,
add. Wait, how do I add
it's
F?
I run away that I slap you with my cock.
Pretty much, yeah. It was a fucking cosmic cock. It was. Oh.
Add a row below. Add a row
Oh,
below.
oops. Oh,
And you probably need to put in the letter. Yeah.
I don't know why I did.
It's the-
Oh, yep. How do I?
I can't see the stream, so I'm just gonna go with F.
Wait, why can't you see the stream?
I don't know. It's probably my own internet.
I never use this website, so. Okay, we're just gonna ignore this one. All right, so F.
Yeah, F's fine. F's fine. I was joking about the whole tease thing. He sounds terrible.
It's
Taylor,
awful.
figure your
Can
shit
can
out.
we can we solidify like what we're ranking them based on? Like a long-term relationship, is that it?
Everything like?
Okay.
Would they be good in bed? Would they be a good partner, a good friend? What do they offer to the table? What is fucking awesome
Okay.
about them?
Terrible partner, terrible friend, automatically sounds horrible at both of those things. Possibly good in bed though. All right?
I'm listening.
Being a little sneaky little shitty tease like that, possibly. Thoughts,
You can't even
opinions?
get him to be-
Wait,
you
wait,
can't
who?
even-
The Mensis, the guy that's in F tier.
No, he's staying in F tier. He's fucking dumb.
Okay, fuck it. Shit. All right.
You never even fought him. You don't have an opinion on this.
Your opinion doesn't count. You're not a true veteran.
No, he's literally.
I mean, if you're going off of that logic, I can't really have much of an opinion because I barely played any of the the Souls games. Because I only played one I really only played was fucking Dark Souls 3.
Wait, can any of y'all see the fucking screen, or is it just me?
I can
see
see
it.
it. now. I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, I'm not even looking at it. Hold on, let me,
You can't even have sex with him because he'll run away.
All right.
Yeah, it won't even let me. It won't even
Here,
let
let's
me.
move it on.
See the stream.
Go to the next one on the list.
What?
Who's that lady praying?
I don't know half of these characters, so we're gonna skip them. We're gonna skip
Okay,
a lot
alright.
of the Bloodborne ones, to be honest, because I don't know most of them. But what about Patches? In Bloodborne, he was a spider, but he was still Patches, and you could see his face.
I guess
Did
some
not know
people
that
would be
Patches
into
was
that,
in
but I would
Bloodborne.
have to say no.
He's in every Souls game.
Does he kick you off a ledge?
Yes.
Yes,
In
he
Bloodborne?
does. And it's probably the most disrespectful out of the entire series.
As a spider, even. Wow,
Yes.
that's pretty great.
Like, I feel like he'd be freaky in a way. Like, you could peg him and you could smack him in the back of the skull, or like put a plunger on it.
So he'd be terrible in a relationship because he's two-faced as fuck. Liar. Like a straight-up liar. Like,
Mhm.
he's a habitual liar. Maybe not like a close friend, but like as an acquaintance, he could be probably a hoot, you know?
He
just
does
as
tell
like
you
a-
things.
Yeah. So he's a plug.
He's a pussy, for sure.
I'm gonna say D tier just because
I
I like patches.
I do too. I would say D tier as well.
Yeah,
Taylor?
I D.
Okay. All right. We all know the doll.
S.
And, yeah, the doll.
She's
Um,
literally a fuck doll. So I mean, there's that.
S.
So
I can't
she's
even
gonna
watch it,
automatically
really.
get a high ranking because she, from what I remember, isn't she a baddie?
If if I turn into a little tiny tadpole, she holds me. S. S.
That is
She'll even love you as a fucking gelatinous
literally-
horror from the cosmic
She
beyond.
love me if I was a worm. The answer is yes, because she picks you up and holds you. S.
if you find 3 umbilical cords in the game and you do the true ending, you become a little slug, like a little cosmic slug, and she picks
Yeah.
you up. And honestly, I don't know what the fuck happens after that.
She doesn't talk much. She doesn't talk much at all. Does she? Does she ever talk?
She does like take care of you. She levels up your souls. She's nice to you. So there.
Okay, so she'd be great in a relationship because she's supportive and helps you with your growth. All right. That's what I'm hearing. She helps you grow. She's supportive. Might be a tad bit boring because like she doesn't have a lot of personality.
She's also
Yeah.
a real person. So.
I will let you know that she's probably a pillow princess.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
No,
she
like-
doesn't have a lot of personality and probably yeah. I'm gonna say A tier. I'm gonna say A tier.
I would say C, just because she's not a real person. She's a doll.
Well, we don't have a C tier, but if you want to go that far, I
Yeah,
agree
what
with
the
you.
fuck?
I think maybe a B tier.
What the fuck happened to C? Hold on, how do I?
Change new. Okay, change the name of new. Nope. Stop. Close out of that. Change new to C, and then use the up arrow to move it up. Yeah.
Man, what the
There you
fuck?
go.
There we go.
Move it on. Keep it going. Now just change it to C. Look at you.
Hooray!
Hell yeah, Donkey Doug. All right, C tier.
Wait, Michael, what did you say? Did you say you're leaving?
No, I can't even watch the stream, so I'm just rolling with it.
Why can't you watch it?
It won't let me. I click on it, it won't even let me see it. So I don't know.
All right, we're gonna skip this fucking abomination. Don't know who that is.
Oh well, there it goes. Holy shit!
Yo, the guy in the black hood and the black coat looks familiar. What's he doing?
He's a bastard. That's all I know.
Alright.
He's not on your side. I can tell you that much.
Hell yeah.
All right, we all know fucking Lady Maria.
Isn't she a boss?
I would give her B because she's kind of a psychopath.
Well, if you know her lore, she's actually she got corrupted. She was never like this originally. But if you don't know the lore, yeah.
Basically, you could fix her. You could be like, I could fix her.
Garamond fucking destroyed her. She got all like consumed with like the blood or whatever.
Yo, can you close out of that ad that's playing on the side?
Yeah, another one's gonna
Thank
pop
you.
up, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So psychopath corrupted. So she got a dark side. Probably not great in a relationship. It would probably be one of the worst kind of relationships where it seems like it could last a while, but then goes south after you've invested into it. So probably terrible.
So
Just
so
pure
actually,
game.
so Garamond is the one who found her. She was like an orphan or something, and she was very, what's the word I'm looking for? She was very like submissive to him and very loyal, and like he's the one that taught her skills. So she is a loyal person. I think she would be good in a relationship, but in this form, she's kind of a corpse at this point. She's not even.
Oh yeah, that's nasty. I'm gonna say D, maybe F tier.
Is she warm?
I'm gonna say B if we were like taking her now as opposed to how she was. So kind of like in the middle. I'm also biased because she inspired my main character. So. And then we got Crow Bitch.
Who crow bitch? Who she? What she do? Who dat?
Old?
She.
She called.
We're just gonna skip these because Jerry doesn't know half of these. So.
Yeah, let's start at Lady from Dark Souls
Who
2.
the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Lady from Dark Souls 2 gets A.
Nah.
Yeah, I would agree with A. I think she's got a little bit of a boring personality, but she's got more personality than the doll. She cute. She's definitely loyal. She doesn't really like betray you or do anything crazy. So yeah, A sounds about right. Her demeaning factor is just boring. Like she's very plain, very vanilla.
She also has the most Rule 34 art on the internet.
She's probably
I
also got the most dialogue of any character in all the Souls games.
maybe. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is. What am I looking at?
Looks like the ideal master from Fallout 1.
So this is a maggot. So we're gonna put him here. Oh, I forgot.
All right, boys, how would you rate a relationship with an actual maggot?
I probably want to squash it.
You can't say that.
Bro, you just got caught in 4K. Somebody whip out the camera.
Susan Wojcicki already she already left the platform. We're okay. Not really. I'll bleep it out. Okay, what about this little lady? I forgot her name.
I remember her. She's in Dark Souls 2. She's the knight you meet in the jail.
No, you meet her in like the harbor area with like the fucking pirate ship. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, I always met her in the tower in the jail when you like take the weird backdoor route.
Yeah, you can meet her in multiple places. I forgot her name, but she's a helpful character for sure.
Yeah, she's on your side.
She depressed as fuck, but which, it's
yeah. Wait. She's satty, so she might be a baddie. I'm gonna go with B tier.
I think that's fair. What about you, Taylor? And don't disagree with us.
I would say C.
2 B's and a C. Okay, so she's gonna be low B.
Yeah.
Who is this? Is this the?
That's the blacksmith from D2.
Yeah, that's the blacksmith.
No, he literally
Man,
has the same hairstyle as Godfrey.
S tier.
We should all.
Immediately.
Wait, what, Michael?
S tier immediately.
He does.
Well, let's say it. What's your reasoning?
Don't need one. It's the blacksmith, bro. He's there for you throughout the entire game.
This motherfucker was locked inside of his own house. You had to find his key and open the door to enable to use the blacksmith. I think.
So he's not the smartest.
I would say that gives him an A. He probably has a fucking massive dick.
Girl. Lizzo approved.
We'll put him in A.
Oh, you know what else? He is a blacksmith and he's always on time with that hammer swing, so I bet you he's got great rhythm.
Definitely.
I'm hitting that rhythm and freaking my shit.
Yeah.
What about this motherfucker over here? Sleepy.
I don't remember who it is,
That's
but he do look like Sleepy.
Majula, he sells you like consumables and shit.
Oh yeah. I give him a C tier.
Like, yeah, he's helpful, but
let's be honest.
He's forgettable.
I don't know about y'all, but
honestly,
I bought maybe 2-3 things from him and then killed him for his character drops.
I did too. So you know what? I was gonna put him in D, but because he's useful, I'm gonna put him in C.
Aye. Yeah, that seems right.
What is this? That looks like a Bloodborne boss.
That's a rat. That is the Rat King from Dark Souls 2.
Absolutely F tier. I don't even want to hear it.
Taylor over here. Is it cold?
All right, we're gonna skip some of. I mean, if y'all see one you want me to like click on, let me know. But I feel like a lot of these are just irrelevant.
I feel like we could skip the majority of Dark Souls 2. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in probably 7-8 years.
This guy's sad, so obviously he's no. Okay, well, this chick from Dark Souls 2.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, the one that gets your rocks off.
Yeah, so I feel like she'd be like I feel like she had OnlyFans.
Yes, she would definitely have an OF.
So, I mean, she already got her hair in a ponytail. She's ready for everything.
Immediate detractor from me if she has one. F tier.
I'm gonna say A tier, but high A tier. High A tier.
No, that is. Doesn't she fuck you over? at some point?
No. No, she's the one you find her and she sells you
Only
the
F.
smithing stones.
Only fans, only F tier.
Based.
All right, I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm just gonna say B. Okay,
I said high A tier because she a bad baddie.
that's the longest fucking ponytail I've ever seen.
She's looking like a Mortal Kombat character. She could whip me with that.
She may be hot, but her snap score is higher than your social security number.
What about her snatch score? Anyways, what about the cat from Dark Souls 1?
F tier.
Shane Dawson, B tier.
Wait, what? That was a roller coaster.
He said Shane Dawson, B tier.
I heard him. I wish I didn't, but
Oh, God. I got a question. Why is the rat higher ranking than the sad guy? Why is the maggot higher ranking than both the rat and the sad guy?
Sad men are pitiful. F tier.
I guess I'll put him in front, but I don't know what this is, so this is just automatically going to the back. But the cat, though, has spawned so many memes on the internet.
Here's what I'm going to say. F tier for furry. However, between a maggot, a rat, and a cat, I think the cat wins every single time. Just D tier.
I'm not going to explain my reasoning.
My cat.
You know what? I got some reasoning for it. If we're taking fucking out of the equation, just looking at it as a companion, yeah, definitely. I'd rather have a cat than a sad dude.
C for cat.
Okay, sure.
Oh man, there's so many Dark Souls 2 characters on here.
Jesus, Dark Souls 2 had a lot of characters, eh?
Way too many. Okay,
Hey, yo, is that Onion, bro?
Wait, where?
Next row down, second one. Second from the
I feel
left.
like this
There
one's
you go.
unanimous.
S.
Oh, that's an S tier. S tier, baby. Drinking with the homies.
He's just a cool dude. Like, I feel like if I lived in the Dark Souls world, I would hang out with him. Like, I feel like he'd be a chill dude.
He is the only character throughout any of the Souls games that you could actually hang out with and throw back some brews. Like, any of the other ones would betray you and kill you.
And he gives you one too, and he heals you.
This man, his whole purpose in life is to fulfill an old promise from a guy from 400 or however long ago. It could be centuries, thousands of years.
Dude's a homie through and through.
What is this image? What am I looking at? This one right here.
It looks like a face inside of a mouth.
Lovely. Skip. Okay. Fuck. Is this Elva? I think
That's Dark Souls 3. It's the guy that invades your world and you fight him randomly.
Yeah, he was in 2 and 3.
Was he in 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
He's just looking for his lost love or whatever, so...
His lost love is the witch next to him.
Oh, that's right, it's Zully. I mean, shit, he's loyal. I like his armor set. He also whooped my ass so many fucking times. He's the man with the Murakumo. I don't know, man.
Loyal, good homie, good in a fight.
He'd just be homies, though. He's taken.
Yeah, you'd just be homies.
I'd put him in B.
Yeah, I'd say a high B.
High B.
Probably higher than OnlyFans hottie. Yeah.
I think we'll put Zully right next to him because, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
They go together.
Power couple.
Power couple.
Well, she is a witch, but she is into astrology, so. I'm just kidding.
That means she's racist.
It's just racism light.
Bro, who is this man? I can tell he's from Dark Souls 2 just because of the shit graphics. But who is that? Oh, Perigod Hodrick? Oh, you can move him in here? Alright, what about this guy? Does anybody know the lore on this dude?
He has no tongue. He's terrible in bed. Terrible head. F tier.
And he'll
Tier.
carry your cock every time. Yeah, 100%. I'll give him a D for effort though.
No tongue, only teeth. F tier.
Mm. Oh, this
Just like
motherfucker.
Grandma used to make.
Oh, what is this man's name? I'm so bad with names.
Gray rat.
Gray Rat. Oh,
Yeah, Grey Rat. Holy
Gray
shit, I
rat's a
have
homie.
not
S
played
tier.
that game in
Sure,
so
Gray
long.
rat's there.
Grey Rat goes high on the list for sure.
he's cool, but like, how did he end up in jail? I know he's loyal because he wanted you to
thief.
find Loretta's ring. I feel like he's got a fucking skeleton.
In jail, but he never does anything directly to the player, and as the player can like send him on missions, and you can straight up accidentally get him killed, and he will do that. Like he will die for you.
Oh,
That's
he's so submissive.
that's like possibly the most loyal character in the whole roster, because I can't think of any other character that will straight up die permanently for you. There are some that you can summon to your world and they'll like die in your world, but they still go back to theirs. This dude literally deletes from the game. Like you lose him as a character if you send him off to places that aren't safe.
Michael, what's your thought?
I have no opinion, dude. I don't fucking know that guy. I know I've never played Dark Souls 2.
Yes, you have.
He's from Dark Souls 3!
You literally
Oh.
mentioned that in like the very opening of this.
I thought he was from Dark Souls 2. Wait, what guy is it? I can't see.
Gray
The
rat.
guy, the guy with the bag on his head.
I'll give him fucking B. Yeah, B would be nice.
Nah,
I think A. I think A tier minimum, just for the
A
fact
tier
that he will straight up go off to die for you. Like, that's a homie right there.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, y'all. Now we got a controversial one: the Firekeeper.
Oh boy.
What, Taylor?
A.
I'm gonna say S tier.
Oh,
S tier.
I don't agree with either of you.
Really?
I think she's. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, she.
He didn't
helps
let
out,
you
but
touch the darkness within her.
What's your opinion, Austin? Where do you put her?
I think she's overrated, personally.
You're overrated.
Like,
You should
I-
let you
I-
touch the darkness within her.
I feel like she'd be a good like little a little snack, but like she'd get really boring real quick. Hello, Ashen One, bitch. I just got home from work. Let me eat my pizza in peace, and stop talking about my ashes. All right, Grandpa is literally sitting right here in this jar.
Put some fucking lotion on my elbows later. Leave me alone.
I'll put her in A just because I know if I do get comments on this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're fucking stupid. You're fucking unbased."
Unbased.
Unbased.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
I don't either. It doesn't even look like a character from Dark Souls. Dude looking like a Clock Tower 2 villain.
It's got to be Demon Souls.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot that would probably be included in this, huh?
Oh, here we got Morn.
Oh yeah, there's Demon Souls because I see Alant. Alant goes in F tier.
I don't know who that is, but Morn is definitely an F tier for me. I hate that fucking guy. He's condescending and he's a prick.
But he does have a maiden. He protects her. He's loyal too.
He
That does not-
barely protects her. He's shitty to her. He's mean to her too. He's abusive. Put that.
We'll put him in D.
Why do you like Morn?
I don't. I'm saying he's loyal, so that gives him at least a single point.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
His armor is also fucking overpowered, so we'll give him that too. Oh, Sister Freed. Oh, Sister Feet.
She a frigid bitch.
She is a frigid bitch.
She's crazy hot, but she does not care about you at all.
She's into fat guys too.
Might bring me my flail.
She's into guys with masochism. C tier.
Ooh.
But Taylor,
true dat.
she is a nun.
Oh,
C tier.
Taylor got a hot day. See here.
He's like, stop.
I'm gonna say B tier for her.
I don't agree with Catholics. C tier.
I'm gonna say B tier.
Okay, so what is your guys' reasoning? Because like, is it her figure or like what?
No, she's crazy hot. She just wouldn't be good in a relationship.
So I think that she would be better in a relationship than a lot of people on this list for sure. I think she'd be very. How do you word this? She'd be one of those people that is very calm tempered and sort of like not predictable but easy to read, and like they wouldn't be crazy, they wouldn't be a wild card, wouldn't throw a lot of like curveballs at you. But at the same time, she would also be very like she also strikes me as the type of person that like anything you ever do, she's gonna hold it over your head for the rest of eternity. Like she's just gonna hold a grudge forever for like, oh, you left the toilet seat up every morning. I'm gonna remind you to put the toilet seat down now. You know what I mean? Like she's just cold like that. She's got that cold-natured personality.
She gives me like Raven from Teen Titans vibes, but like slightly worse.
Yeah, that kind of fits what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like not fun to be around.
So
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
B or C?
C.
Yeah, I'm fine with C.
Don't know who that is. That looks like Avril Lavigne, actually. What the fuck? Lorian? Oh, this should be good.
They're incestuous brothers. F tier.
Wait,
Incestuous brothers.
they're not
F
incestuous. He's fucking handicapped. He needs to be carried.
Dude,
Were they born of
also...
incest? I don't think they were born of
No,
incest. I think they were just born
no,
from a
but they're
the Mad
absolutely
King.
having sex with each other.
My brother.
Based on what?
Yeah, that I don't think you're. I think you're incorrect. Highly.
Do you not remember the way Lothric whispers in this man's ear when he goes down? It's so sensual.
I don't think. I don't even. Okay, so I feel like Lorian is the equivalent of Grog from Vox Machina, which you won't get that joke yet. But he's deaf, he's mute, he's crippled, but he's strong as fuck. But
Perfect bottom, bitch.
I think he's got to be an F. He is the bottom of the bottom.
You're less desirable than a maggot.
Wilhelm. Ooh, he's like the bad boy. I've seen your kind. Time and
Don't
time
care,
again.
didn't ask. Killed him every time. No one cares.
He looks like
I would
he shot Ed
say.
Hardy.
Oh God, I'm gonna say C tier.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, this motherfucker with the Moonlight Greatsword, he's a poser.
The fake Moonlight Greatsword, dude, F tier for sure on that.
He ain't even honest. Who is this?
No idea.
All right, let's start getting into the nitty gritty here.
Okay.
All right, we got what the fuck is the Elite Knight's name?
Don't remember.
The one who's dying, who gives you the Estus flask at Dark Souls 1?
I at least remember the guy, but I don't remember his name. However, damn, that one's gonna get a high ranking from me. I would say at least an A tier.
I feel like it's hard to know because there's not much information on him because he's literally dying.
Yeah, he's dying, but you get a lot from like his behavior during his literal last moments alive. He's generous. He wants to pass things on to the next generation to help them out. Even in his last moments, he's nice. He's kind. He's calm. You know, he's got a level head. So that obviously that means he'd be good in a relationship to be, you know, steady and normal like that, you know, have that clear head.
Wait,
yeah.
Is this the one from Dark Souls 1 or is this Henri of Astora?
These are some small ass pictures, dog. I don't know.
I know. I mean, they wear the same armor, but all right. If we were to rank both of them combined, I'd say A.
Girl from Dark Souls 3, I put her at A because she's ride or die with Horus.
Who?
It's not always a girl. Sometimes it's a guy. Depends on your gender.
It depends on the player character's gender.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the one from Dark Souls 3, honestly, I'd probably give it an S.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, sure.
that man
You
was
married.
loyal from the very start.
You marry. She's the only they're the only character in any Souls game you marry.
That is true. I was gonna give Horus an S, but I think I'll give him an A, because I don't know. I might give him a B because he's kind of he's like angry brute. He also can't speak. He also
Yeah. I don't remember doing anything other than killing him.
He just
I
says,
didn't have a
"Grr."
conversation with him. Yeah.
No tongue, no head.
I know this motherfucker. He's from Bloodborne, and I'm just gonna put him in F because he is one of the worst fucking characters in that entire game. This man sits on a fucking outpost with a Gatling gun and just shoots you down. He thinks he owns.
Dude, he's that guy? Like when you get to the lower part of town and he's sitting at the
Yes.
top of the tower just blasting on your ass?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
One of the absolute worst. I mean, you can cheese him. It's pretty easy, but besides that, absolutely dog shit.
Absolutely dog water.
So there, oh come on, guys, where is he going?
S tier all the way. S tier all the way. Actually, you know what?
Definitely.
Let's be serious here, because S tier is what you want to say, because he's so like hyped up and he's like, you know, the fucking praise the sun boy. But your actual interactions with him, yeah, he's like your friend at first, but then in the end, he turns on you.
But like not intentionally.
It's also dependent on how you play the questline with him. He doesn't have to get affected either.
And if he does get affected, it's because he loses his fucking mind. It's not like it's intentional.
Because in my first playthrough, he didn't go crazy. He was my ride or die friend till the end. S tier.
That man just wanted to like find solace and happiness in the darkest world imaginable, and he let it consume him.
You know what? Yeah, no, that's fair.
And
you
I
guys
think-
make good points.
And I think that's why he belongs in A, because like yes, he's fucking awesome, but he's imperfect in a lot of ways. And I think that
I could fix
That's
him.
fair. I could fix him. Alright, go down one row. Oh shit, we got some Dark Souls 1 characters up in here.
we got
Yo,
Genevieve
yo,
here.
go up one row. No, yeah, to the right one. Yo, it's Framped. It's King Seeker Framped, dog.
Oh,
Left one. There you
God.
go. Hey, yo.
All right. No, he's not in F. I'm just pulling him up.
B tier. He only has head. His head game's wild though.
All you get is head game, but it's the bangingest
Is
the
that
head game.
is
Plus,
that all he's worth?
no, he's got wisdom. He's got wisdom.
This man, you can't even understand his wisdom because all he's like.
He looks like what the Sigma?
No, but you can also feed him stuff, and he'll give you money for it.
That is true.
I'd say put him
He's
in
like a
C.
sugar daddy.
Yeah,
I'd say
just
put him in
literally.
He
C.
does swallow you though.
That's what I mean. His head game is insane.
Yeah, brings
Bro,
him to
straight
another
vor.
dimension.
Just put him in C. Fuck it.
See,
No, he getting a B for that. I don't know. Look at all them things on him. His head is literally a fucking tip.
Guinevere is A.
yeah, I'm good. Well, Guinevere's an illusion. Like none of that is real.
True.
She
Gwendolyn-
has an OnlyFans account that you subscribe to and you get no content.
Priscilla's straight up my favorite character in the whole franchise. Priscilla's is an S for me.
Who's Priscilla?
I just want to give her an F because
She's the dragon lady with the scythe. The lightning
Oh.
scythe.
Oh, the furry. Got it. Of course, it's an S tier for you.
Okay, but let's be serious because obviously everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's so hot. Look at her rack." Oh, but besides that, what else does she offer?
Nothing.
Well, you got to keep in mind everything she does offer comes with that double-edged sword factor that none of it's real. She's literally an illusion being created by a twink.
No, I think she was a real person at one point.
She was a real person, but she disappeared a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'll keep her
What
in
we
B
get
for
in the
boobs.
game. Okay.
If I remember right,
I'm going to
the
maintain, though, that what you
YouTuber-
actually have in B tier, she is literally a fake account being ran by a small boy.
Jared, if I remember right, the actual her, you can find her in Dark Souls 3. She's the lady that turns you into a maggot.
Oh,
Oh,
for
good.
real? Oh, she goes down a tier for that. Fuck that.
If I remember right, that's actually Guinevere.
But not for real, the version you see in Dark Souls 1 is an illusion created by Gwendolyn, the dude with the tentacle legs. The little small guy that, is dressed as a girl.
All right, Priscilla.
If you choose not to fight her, she's adorable, S tier.
I mean, she kind of a baddie. I ain't gonna lie. She is big and she shows feet, so she gets points for that. But
He has a tail.
see, no, you're gonna upset a lot of viewers with that, Jared.
Fucking in my dragon.
Some
She
people
has
be like, nope, and other people are like, yes.
She has a tail. That's an automatic no for me, dog.
You ever been to a rave and you seen girls wearing like tails?
She can jerk you off with a tail. She can give you a tail handy. Or a
That would
tailie,
be-
whatever you want to call it.
That would be horrible.
That would be warm. It would keep you warm. She does look
Also, she's invisible unless you, hit her. I know that's a good thing for you, Taylor, but
Be an abusive relationship.
Literally every antisocial e-girl. I'm invisible till you hit me or hit on me.
I'm
I
gonna say B tier, I guess.
she cute, but I'm not happy about that. By the way, I kind of gave up on putting them people in front.
There's too many.
All right. Is that fucking?
Yo, Smo goes an F. His first thought whenever Ornstein goes down is kill him.
You want to get stronger and bigger.
Smo should go in B tier for boobs for the same reason as Guinevere.
Who is that motherfucking Indian dude with the glasses who was skinny, who was popular back in the 1800s?
Gandhi?
Yes, this is what this motherfucker reminds me of.
Who's that skinny Asian guy with the glasses that was popular?
I said Indian, not Asian.
Yeah, my bad. Whatever you said.
Ooh.
Indians, they are Asian. They're part of Asia. They are Asian.
Now we got fucking the blacksmith from Dark Souls 3. Is that an S? I feel like he's an
S tier. S tier.
You're just not Oriental Asian.
I thought that was the blacksmith from Dark Souls 1. Dang, I need to play the game more.
They look pretty similar. Wait, actually, I don't know.
It is a blacksmith from Dark Souls.
Either way, they're both S tier.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What did he say? He said Prithee well or something? Yeah, Prithee. Yeah.
All right, what about Lotric's bitch ass?
Oh, dude, he's an asshole. He's a backstabber. That's an F tier right there.
I'm glad that you could just kick him off the cliff.
Yeah, same.
We get Sigurd twice. That's cheating, so we're gonna skip that. And then we got Gwendolyn.
Mm-hmm. Small boy.
Be careful what you say here. You're walking a fine line. I feel like he'd be freaky as fuck. I feel like he's like
His lower half is literally all tentacles.
That is
It's snake.
Oh, is it snakes?
Same thing.
I couldn't tell. I wasn't looking. I'm gonna be honest. I just happened to notice that when he lifts himself up in the air, it's just all it's like a mass of writhing tentacles. Also, from birth, dressed as a girl because they didn't want a boy. Like he forced. What would that be called? Forced into cross dressing?
Forced trans people.
All I know is he looks like Rocky from Rocky Horror's Picture Show. That's what he reminds me of. Anticipation.
Damn.
All right, I feel like he's got to.
Family is important to him, so he's got loyalty on him. Let's see.
I feel like if I was a gay viewer right now, or someone who was into trans people, I'd probably put him in A.
You like femboys?
Why? Based only on the fact that he identifies as a woman?
No, I
Does he
feel
identify as a woman?
No, he doesn't.
No,
I don't
Because
know.
they
he,
were-
he identifies as a male, but he was just forced into it.
I just feel like he'd be a freak. Like he would suck you to completion.
Yeah, probably. That seems fair.
Why did they put this thing in here?
Because he's an NPC, you can talk to him.
This guy?
Yeah,
Who the
he's
fuck is
in
that?
he's in Dark Souls 1. He's in the room with the spider lady.
He looks like a quadruple ball sack.
Yeah, pretty much is. He's a giant egg sack.
Alright, so Smo, where are we putting Smo?
F.
F tier, dog's a cannibal. He will literally eat your ass, and not for fun.
I think that deserves a D spot then.
He will eat your ass till you can feel his tongue up against your tongue.
I was hoping that Elden Ring characters would be in here, but unfortunately no. Big Hat Logan.
Oh, it's the big hat Logan.
His hat is so big. It's
He's
I would put him in B tier, maybe A tier.
B tier because he's compensating for something with a big head.
Wait, hold on. Jared. I need your input. Why A?
Good mentor. Dude's a good mentor and a good friend up until he loses his shit. But we gave Solaire the pass on that, so I feel like he should be getting that pass too.
It's literally Guy Fieri with a hat.
I don't think I ever did his quest line.
I don't think I did either, so I don't have enough information on him. But
So basically he is wanting to learn everything about sorcery that he can. You learn sorceries together, and as you go through his quest line, you kind of both expand, and he starts going towards the Scaleless's library or whatever in search of crystal sorceries. At which point, when he gets there, he goes hollow and loses his mind.
okay, so I think B is fair.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not as tight a homie as Solaire, but he is a homie, so that seems a decent assessment.
And then we got Kiran or Siren, however you want to say her name.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. She's from the DLC.
She does wield my favorite weapons, but I'm not gonna put that into the rating. However, she loved fucking Artorias. She was madly in love with that man, so she's loyal for sure.
Faux show.
Besides that, I don't know much about her.
Well, she was one of, because in Dark Souls 1 they had the Hornet ring and those were the rings that gave the details on them, but it was the knights.
Yeah,
Artorias was one of them, Siren was one, and each one of them represented kind of a different play style or whatever. Hers was the like the stealthy, sneaky assassin type character. Pretty sure the Hornet ring was hers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
gonna say
I feel like she'd be a good companion. I'd say A, but
I think A is fair.
I just wish she had a little bit more story to her. I'll put her low A. I think a low A is fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Witch of Izalith, S tier.
Stop.
S tier.
S tier.
Wait, are you? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Bed of Chaos.
Yeah, no, the Bed of Chaos, no thanks. Witch of
Izalith?
Izalith,
Oh man,
that's not the Witch of Izalith.
isn't it?
No, that's just one of the Daughters of Chaos. That's just one of the spider daughters. Witch of Izalith is bottom row, the witch holding the fire in her hands. She's got a hood on. No, that's Nito, the Lord of the Dead. Or the First of the Dead. There you go, Witch of Izalith.
I don't know much about her, if I'm being honest.
So she was the one that found the Soul of Chaos. So Gwen used the Soul of Lords, or whatever his soul was. He used it to create the Age of Fire. She tried to do the same with the Soul of Chaos, and that's where demons came from. So she tried to create her own age to try and reignite the Age of Fire and keep it going, and instead created demons. So, goth mommy that obviously wicked smart and keeps it nice and hot.
She got that hustle grind set.
Hustle grinds S tier all the way for me.
Taylor.
S tier.
Michael.
Hey!
Michael, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't really have much opinion on many of those characters, dude. Like I said, I didn't really play Dark Souls that much.
That's okay.
I only played one Dark Souls game,
Right,
and I don't really remember a lot of things about
So
it.
from this, we're gonna have to play Dark Souls as a group. We should do a playthrough of all three. God, that would be so much fun.
That would be fun. All right, we're cutting it a little tight right now. This has been a very long podcast, so if y'all see any characters in here you want to throw off, give me like 3 or 5 more of them.
Chester the Marvelous, dog.
Where is he?
Down 2 rows.
Wait, from where?
Where you were. So go down a row. Now go down another row. Now go to the right. Go up 1 row.
Oh.
No, there he is. There he is. Chester the Marvelous.
This man has
That man.
a lot of controversy. That's it. Or go ahead.
Okay, so first off, he is a fucking what do you call it? An Easter egg, a spoiler for Bloodborne. He's got mad style. This dude's got fashion for days. Easily one of the coolest outfits in all of Dark Souls 1. He is the only character to have what was unique about his crossbow in Dark Souls 1? I remember his crossbow did something cool.
I don't know. I never used it. However, the one thing I wanted to mention is that his character sparked a lot of controversy, saying that the Souls games are all intertwined. and some people are saying no, it's not. Some people are saying yes, it is. But
so in Dark Souls 1,
yeah.
In Dark Souls 1, his dialogue specifically tells you that he was brought there from another world. Like he doesn't know how he got there. That to me says it's not intertwined because he was brought there from another world. That doesn't necessarily mean they're intertwined. It just means like Miyazaki can pull characters from his fucking asshole if he wants to.
Okay, so like a multiverse, I guess you could
say. Yeah. Here's my thing. Man's got mad fashion. He never betrays you that I can recall. Does he betray you?
I don't think so.
No, he's just he offers some advice about the area that you're in, and is Sorry about that. My face exploded.
I feel like you would have mad Riz too. I don't know why. But
absolutely, dude's the Rizzler Supreme. I would say A tier at the lowest.
He'd be fucking like twiddling some coins in his hand, like doing some magic tricks, and be like, "Can I buy you a drink?" and like tipping his hat at you or some other nonsense.
He also looks like he'd be a loan shark and would talk you into a loan that you can never repay, and then comes back with a saw and takes your legs.
Motherfuckers on Shark Tank.
All right, sharks. I come to you today for an idea for a fucking crossbow and cane combo. I call it a trick weapon.
He came up with the fucking Mary Poppins bag that's like infinite. You just put as many things in there as you want.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I say A tier at the lowest.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, Michael, do you know any characters on here that you wanna pick?
Michael, who's your favorite character in Dark Souls 3?
Favorite character?
Favorite character?
King.
The Nameless King. Interesting pick.
Is he on here?
He should be. It'd be weird if he wasn't.
I just really liked I liked his like character, like his lore and fighting him was so much fun.
I will agree with you. I haven't fought that motherfucker in years. I haven't played Dark Souls 3 in years.
As far as fuckability goes, probably not great, but he does own a dragon, and if you've ever seen How to Train Your Dragon, that man's loyal. He's got a companion.
Yeah, I mean, well, also the Nameless King was also very loyal to his dragon.
Wasn't he
However,
the only one that spoke up for dragons? Like, what wasn't that his lore? Like, the reason he was banished was because he
He
was
was
the
one
only
of
person
the.
that.
He was the only person that the. I think his lore was like he was the only person that was on good. On like a good standing with the dragons.
Yeah,
so he's a
exactly.
rebel bad boy. Okay.
It's because he was the first one who realized dragons had sentience and were living things.
And after you kill his dragon in the first phase, that man goes fucking hog wild. He's pissed.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
So
so.
I've been feeling like if you get on his good side, he would have like the same reaction. Like if anything ever happened to you,
Yeah, no,
Uh,
he would
so
avenge
I
you.
feel like he'd be the person that like he'd be great security, like at a club or something where he's like, yo, if someone's giving you trouble, let me know, man. I got your back. But also, don't fuck
I'll
with
kill
me.
him for you.
I don't see him
I
on
don't
the
think he's on
list.
here. But if he was, where would we put him?
I would put him like at a strong like strong B. That's what I would put him at. Like a very strong B.
I yeah, no, I agree with that. That sounds like a good spot. Honestly, I think he could
That's
probably be
just
the
me
top
personally.
B.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
agree
think he'd
with
be
that.
like top B, low A.
Right,
Because
Tim?
like I always enjoyed fighting him. Well, I mean, this is kind of weird. Like I wouldn't really rate this dude like in any like sexual way, but like I also one of my favorite characters from Dark Souls 3 will always be Dark Eater Midir because that fight was hell, but
He's
it was
not on.
so fun to fight him.
It's okay if you want to be sexy with him, my guy. You want to get a little titillated when you think you
Wasn't
can.
Dark Eater Madeira a giant dragon?
Yeah, the worst boss in the
Yeah,
fucking game
worst boss. How is he the worst boss?
because he's fucking cheap and I hate him.
Did you ever kill him?
Yes, I've not by myself, but I killed him. Who's
You
this?
can't tell me that that fight wasn't fun. That fight was hard, but it was fun.
It is fun. Who is this motherfucker in the jail cell? Is that your
Where's
partner?
I
he
got
at?
no idea.
Where's he at?
I'm moving my mouse on him.
Uh, that looks like the wizard in Dark Souls 1 near the flooded town. Yeah, that's the little like magic school dude that you can bring the stones to enchant your weapons with magic scaling.
Okay.
What are your guys' thoughts on the Abyss Watcher?
I mean, I know they have multiple personality disorder.
You could fix them.
You could fix them.
Which one?
All
They
exactly.
are a hive mind. I don't know what that qualifies for though.
Hey man, I just know that those orgies would be banging.
I mean, I like their drip. I'll give yeah, quite literally, like quite literally banging. They will fuck you up. Okay, I got a few more in here, and then I think we gotta cut it. But we got Havel,
Yeah.
we got Sif, we got Gwyn, and we got Artorias. I think. Oh, we should probably do fucking what is his name again?
Nito.
Thank you. That's very neato. And
Yeah, damn right.
Seath, you're going to F just because you're a fuckboy.
Seath the Scaleless is one of the biggest traders in all of the Souls series. He literally sold out his own kind.
Mm-hmm. And he dated Guinevere. Like, this is why women want to fuck monsters. Okay, it's been like this for ages.
So I got one. My last one is Gale. S tier Gale.
Why?
He's a fucking
Why?
lunatic. He's a religious nut job.
He's quite literally, in my opinion, the most loyal someone can be. Even in his like lunacy, his one mission is to get that pigment for the child. He quite literally is at the end of everything. So many millennia, impossibly years later, he's at the end of everything. waiting to collect the last piece of the Dark Soul for that pigment.
That is true. I will give him that.
Yeah, I mean, he is dedicated.
I'd give Gale
Can't
a
be
B
wrong about
tier.
that.
I'd give him a B tier because he's awful in every other aspect.
Gale is quite literally my favorite character in the whole series, besides
He
maybe...
also has the best boss music of the entire series, in my opinion.
His boss music was good.
His boss music has like 3 different like tiers to it for every single phase, and I think that's so cool. I'll give him an A. Like a middle A. Not I don't know, not above Soul Air though. Or
Yeah, no.
Actually, you know what? Not above. Whatever. Close enough.
Yeah, let's not get caught in the weeds now.
All right, we got Sif. Now this is a controversial one as well because it is a wolf. But
I'm
There's
busted
a
in
giant
my wolf.
fucking wolf.
But she is a good girl.
Busting
What, Taylor?
in my wolf.
Busting in my wolf to like, oh.
Say Sif goes in C tier.
I don't. You know what? Do you want to talk about loyal? This motherfucker was loyal.
That's what I'm saying. Literally waited at Artorias' grave for the rest of its life.
I feel like we need a furry's opinion on this. I don't think we're qualified to answer this. So we're gonna say C for good boy.
Yeah.
All right, Gwyn.
He's given strong daddy vibes.
He is. I will give him that.
So
But he's also a little bitch.
yeah, he is. He's one of those people, like, he's doing what he thinks is the best thing that he can do for the world, but what he's doing is actually terrible for humans, and it's really selfish and only good for the people like him. For that reason, yeah, he's kind of given a bootlicker vibe that I don't fucks with.
He feels like the kind of guy that would like, hit it and quit it, and he would ghost you.
I'm gonna say D tier. Yeah.
I think D's good. Cause like even that fight, like he's at his weakest, and it's like the final fight in the game. You're like, bro, what? This was so easy.
Yo, I just have to ask, did we put Smo in D tier solely based on his giant massive titties?
Yeah.
Like, was that the only redeeming quality that got him out of F tier?
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Taylor just had put him in D, and I didn't want to argue, so.
Dog, I think he's in D tier because of my comment when I said he would literally eat your ass from the back to the front to the point of you feeling his tongue on yours.
Yeah, that's why he's not F, because he gets a point for that.
Alright.
All right, I think the last one we should do, Ornstein. Nah, fuck that. He's probably just up there with Smo. Patches, we already did that. I feel like Patches would be the same regardless. Artorias, though.
Artorias, my man. My favorite boss in all of Dark Souls 1 was Artorias. I fucking loved that fight.
I think that's everyone's favorite. It is a good fight.
It is such a good fight.
I never
It's
played
so
Dark
cool.
Souls 1, so I have no opinion on that.
Basically,
Dude,
it is like, so it not only is the hardest fight in Dark Souls 1, but it implemented characteristics of what boss fights would be in Dark Souls 2 and 3, because like his boss fight was just, it had so many like layers to it for a game that was like, if you fought every other boss in that game, they're fucking so easy, man. They're kind of pathetic. But him,
easier. I don't want to go off the limb here and say that Dark Souls 1 was too easy, because for me it was my first Souls-like ever, and it was a great fucking game, and I had a great time with it. I'm gonna say for him, he is A tier for Artorias.
but what, everything else about him though, like his backstory, his lore, like I almost want to say S.
It's quite literally Miyazaki wanted to put guts in his game, but without the copyright infringement.
That's fair. Nah, you know what? S is right.
I don't want to put him in S, personally,
Going
but
at-
I
he's-
feel like just objectively, it makes sense.
I think you're right. I don't know what are his negative qualities that puts him in A tier. Even after being corrupted, he still like he was corrupted by the darkness by Manus, and he still gave Sif his shield so that he could protect himself. And like
Wait, hold on.
I
So he did that after he went mad?
Yes.
yeah, like as he was starting to become corrupted, he gave Sif his great shield so that he could be protected from the corruption. Because that wolf Sif is Artorias's like I don't know, I don't want to say pet, but companion.
Like best friend, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, dog. I'm gonna just go right out and say it. S tier's the only place for him because I can't think of a solid thing to give him any demeaning quality. Like I can't think of a negative thing to say about the dude.
He was just a
There's
good
not
dude
much
with a sad story.
There's
Yeah,
not much more anything virtuous than the stereotype of the hero that goes down burning.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been a
Hell
good
yeah,
episode.
Donkey Doug. That was a good one.
This
Good
has been a good
podcast.
one. I really
Michael's
hope
ball.
it has all
Wrap
been
it up.
recorded. It looks like it is. I will let you know in 5 seconds. I'm gonna end it, but thank you everybody for watching the Memeworks podcast. Thank you for waiting a year for another episode. It's been rough out here, but we're bringing them back, and we're gonna have more guests. And I think Jared and Michael might be regulars, so that'll be fucking cool. Have more content,
Hell yeah.
have more conversations, and yeah, y'all have a good fucking night. Goodbye.
Boy.
Everyone say bye. Wave your hands. Say bye.
Peace.
Later, nerd.
Get dummy. Get stupid. Go retarded.